Our in-studio guest today comes from Riverside, California. She is a native of Cal State San Bernardino and of this area. Her music is phenomenal, and we have a wonderful treat in store for us today. Our guest is Apryle Dalmacio from Riverside. Without further ado, here is your host, Coyote Radio Music Director, Jacob Justus.
All right. All right. You guys know how to make a guy feel welcome. There we go. So how's it going, everybody?
Amazing.
Good. As Lacey mentioned, we're live here today. We're going to be playing some music. We're going to be hearing a little bit about Apryle Dalmacio and her band, an album that she's put out recently. It's going to be a good time. I'm glad you guys came out to check this out before we get into the weekend, a little sun and fun for the holiday. Right off the bat, I kind of just want to get familiar with you guys, cozy up, have a cup of cocoa. I've got Apryle Dalmacio here to my left. Next to her is Jonathan Frias, and on the end, playing the drums, we've got Tyler Davis. You guys get here okay, in good shape today? Any traffic, no major calamities?
Not too bad. It was pretty good.
Cool. Very good. Where's everybody from? Where are you guys living at? Where you hail from?
I am from Riverside, California. Yes, I love that place. Born and raised.
Born and raised. Local girl.
Yep.
I'm actually from Bloomington. Nobody actually really knows where Bloomington is, but it's by Fontana area.
I'm told it exists there.
It exists, but it's a very small town.
What about you?
Let's see, I'm originally from Orange County, and about 11 years ago moved out here to Riverside and been here ever since.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Apryle, for you, is singing, is this like a lifelong passion, or is it something that you've recently cultured and cultivated on your own?
I've been singing all my life, and so it's always been my passion since I popped out of my mama's belly, I say. So it's always been my passion. I've always loved singing. I always loved music, and I'm going to continue loving it for the rest of my life.
Cool. You were the loud kid at all the,
yeah,
at all the family
I was,
parties.
Actually.
Me too. I know that traditionally you've been kind of a solo act, and you've got these fine gentlemen here playing with you today. How did you guys all meet? How did you guys come together?
Well, I met Jonathan first. We met through the music department here on campus. Mm-hmm. We were both music majors at the time, so that's how we met in the music department. That was about maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I just asked him to play bass for me, and we played a few Battle of the Bands, and that was fun. We played at BB King's in Universal City Walk, which is now it's now a different venue than it was before. And then about 3 years ago, I met Tyler through what we all know as Facebook. I was looking for a drummer to record with and to play live shows at, and he came along. I actually met him through who is his wife now, Brittany.
Very cool.
We met. Well, Brittany and I were friends on Facebook, through friends on Facebook, and then when I was announcing, I'm looking for a drummer, she pops out and says, "Hey, I know a drummer." Oh, he's my husband. So there we go.
Facebook, making dreams come true, right? So collectively then, it sounds like maybe you've been an ensemble for about a year, I think is what I heard.
Yeah, we've been an ensemble about a year. We started playing last summer officially as an Apryle Dalmacio band
Cool.
through what is an annual thing every summer, female acoustic showcase held in the Inland Empire.
Yeah, and we're going to hear a little bit more about that as time goes on. We can talk a little more about that also. And so these fellows they're kind of a permanent fixture with you now. They don't just play selectively with you.
Yeah, we always play now. We're just getting bigger gigs as we play, and it's a lot of fun. So it's an awesome addition to having drums and bass to my music and imagining how I really wanted it to sound, rather than playing solo and not being able to tell my audience, oh, I want drums. How it helps to show my audience what I'm really imagining in my head.
Yeah, it kind of gives a fullness, to, and then also showcases sort of your talent, perhaps. Do you arrange a lot of the music for these guys, or do you let them write their own stuff?
We actually, when we rehearse, it's usually what they want to, put in to my music. So it's collaboration.
Yeah, we basically just take her original compositions, and then we all collaboratively, we all work together to, put all these songs together and make them exactly how we like them, and make them hopefully sound good to you guys.
Gotcha. Well, here at CSUSB, students are involved in the community and involved with local area musicians and artists. And I know that we all go out, we attend shows and other events that the campus puts on, and that off campus, and that we go to as well. Apryle, I understand you may have had kind of a significant role in getting some of the students here at CSUSB involved with a project of yours. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I've been working, since I was a music major, I've been working with music major students here, and then I was a communications major, so I've been working with communication majors here, just collaborating with them, and they've been helping me promote my music by having events here on campus. One is coming up very soon. In fact, my album that was recently released was recorded by a music major here on campus. His name's Steven Razzo, and he helped produce this amazing production of our new CD, Fairy Tale. And also Jonathan Frias, who also helped mix and helped record as well the album. So.
Well, very cool. I think it definitely came together well. I've listened to it cover to cover, as they say, cover to cover a couple of times, and it definitely has a good sound. You can tell that there was some hard work put into it. So kudos to you guys and the department music department for making that happen for you. So as it was mentioned before, you kind of have a following here on campus, and working with that department. And I hear you won a couple of awards in 2 different categories at the Inland Empire Music Awards a couple years ago. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, that was a fun experience. It was very like red carpet kind of experience. You get to dress up, and cool. They have this award ceremony with live music and announcing, acknowledging musicians who are local, and just showing people that there is live music out here in the Inland Empire, and we need to support it because maybe that's what's keeping us off of the negativity, maybe like drugs or violence. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they felt that it was important to, have community involvement in that way. And I think that's very cool. It's something that I always look for in aspiring artists, musicians, or bands, is to see what kind of community involvement they have, because I think that says a lot about what they're trying to get done. Not just as a band, but kind of in life. And any of the rest of you are aware of this. Music is kind of a way of life. So having that responsibility integrated into it is very respectable. Yes. So kudos, high five. Tell me a little bit about the creative process. I know you touched on it. You said these guys typically, write their own licks. But for you, when you're sitting down and you're on the mission to write some new music, do you have like a sound or a melody in mind that you translate into words and chords, or is it sort of a spontaneous process?
It's always spontaneous for me. It either happens when I'm just randomly walking, I'm singing a tune, and then I think of words to go with it, or sometimes right before I go to sleep, I'm thinking of something that happened throughout the day, and it just turns into a poem, and the words just flow, and then I add music to that. I get out my guitar, and then I add music to it, and it ends up being this song, and I have to structure it a certain way to become a really good song that I hope everyone enjoys, because I really want to share, my feelings and what I've been experiencing through music.
Yeah, and so it's good, to just let the creativity come as it may. I know everyone kind of has their own approach, to this sort of thing. Some people it's very mechanical, and but I think that classically a lot of the best music is written with spontaneity and with sort of a rawness to it. Yeah, some of the meaning that we're going to be hearing in some of the songs here pretty soon, you can definitely get that impression, that there was something going on, some transitional points maybe in your life and things like that that you've translated into music. And so I'm looking forward to it, and I think that we should probably hear some of the music pretty soon. I did notice though a theme. A couple of the tracks from the album, this fairy tale album that you released in March, I think it was, right? There are a couple of distinct references to the Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
And for you kids back there, the Wizard of Oz, check it out. It's a cool movie. You'll like it. I've heard many interpretations, and by the way, for our non-TV audience, we've got some kids here that are touring from a local school. Say hi, everybody. I don't know how well that came across, but they're here. Well, we're going to hear some more about the interpretation sort of that tale of the Wizard of Oz, but first, let's get into a song. You guys, this is called You're My Superman. You're listening to Lunchtime Live, coming at you from the campus of California State University, San Bernardino.
Get myself out of bed. Eyes are puffed up from the night before, 'cause of what you said. It's the same routine again. I want something exciting and new. The day seems long, but there's nothing to do. I'm thinking of you, and I wonder what you're doing tonight, 'cause I'm under, and I wanna take flight. I need rescue, so help me to land. I need you. You're my Superman. There's other fish in the sea, at least that's what they say. I know it's not right, but I run back to you, thinking you'll save the day. It's a bird, no, it's a plane. I swear you drive me insane. Report how my world could live without you. Another Lois Lane, and I wonder what you're doing tonight, 'cause I'm under, and I wanna take flight. I need rescue, so help me to land. I need you. You're my Superman. As I pass by, you don't even glance at me. Do you just see through, or am I not enough to you? Please don't leave me, please don't let me go tonight. Tell me your identity, tell me I'm your only. Please rescue me. And I wonder what you're doing tonight, 'cause I'm under, and I wanna take flight. I need rescue, so help me to land. I need you. And I wonder what you're doing tonight, 'cause I'm under, and I wanna take flight. I need rescue, So help me to land, I need you. You're my Superman. You're my Superman. You're my Superman.
You're listening or watching Lunchtime Live. Our in-studio guest today is Apryle Dalmacio and her band, all hailing from Riverside. Here again is your host, Jacob Justus.
Thank you. Thank you. I would curtsy, but I've just had this skirt taken in, so I can't quite perform the act. Well, before that song, we were talking a little bit about the sort of allegory built maybe into some of the music, and I've heard many interpretations of the Wizard of Oz. And most people don't know this, but the Wizard of Oz is actually it's a classical allegorical tale about the tough social economic environment that Americans faced during the late 20th century. I'm interested to know, Apryle, how do you interpret this novel or film and incorporate it into your music?
Well, the novel or the film, I always enjoyed growing up watching. And just to see that Dorothy, you know, she wants this dream to, she wanted several dreams. Well, her dreams changed from, you know, leaving home and then in the end realizing, you know, home was always there. And she was just going through this whole journey, you know, trying to find what was always there. In my song, Yellow Brick Road, I want to share with everybody that my message is to always never give up on your dreams and to always stay positive. No matter what anybody says to you, just keep going on that yellow brick road and going on that journey and just find what you love to do and keep going with it and never give up on it.
Excellent. You hear that back there, kids? Never give up on your dreams.
Never.
All right. Keep at it. Do you guys, generally speaking, do you guys play by yourselves when you do events, or do you have other bands that you typically play with? And if so, who are some of those bands? What are some of the experiences you've had sort of on the road
Well,
with your road dogs over here?
we've met a lot of people on the road. Some bands that we've played with, I've performed with a lot of female artists around the Inland Empire. Marina V, Crystal McKee, Shay, Eliza Rickman, a lot of women from the Southern California area. We've also played with, or I've played with a lot of other guy bands also, the Moose Boys, and
We've also played with the Four on the Floor.
yes.
This is,
Oh, yeah.
I know you interviewed them last.
We did. We had them
Yeah,
recently.
I play with them every now and then, and we had actually Apryle come in and sing a couple female jazz arrangements
That's
that we had going on. So we also do some collaborations and whatnot.
That's cool. You're going to have to tune me and the listenership here into some of that work later. I'm interested. Definitely. What about the venues? What are some of the coolest venues that you guys have had the opportunity to play? I know you mentioned the House of Blues. That's always fun. Big concerts there, you know, even though it's kind of a small venue, but it's fun.
Yeah, we've played at a lot of venues, especially in the Inland Empire, but we're hoping to get more huge venues this summer, like downtown Disney and all the cool fun places like Universal City Walk and Knott's, some fun stuff out there. But we've played at LA County Fair, a lot of coffee houses around here. and
BB King's
BB
at
King's,
Universal City
yes.
Walk. We
Yeah.
we won Battle of the Bands there. I think it was a couple years ago.
Mhm.
We won third place, I think.
Right on. Very cool. Yeah, I definitely have enjoyed seeing shows at that House of Blues venue, especially. And you said they changed it somehow. Was it the name or something that they changed? I didn't hear about this.
They changed the name of the BB King's venue.
Yeah, it's
what
now
was it
like
called?
Howl at the Moon now or something like that. It's the same venue. It's just a different like owner or something. I don't really know.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, neither, I don't know.
But whatever corporate America. Your shameless branding of childhood logos. Anyhow, How do you guys prepare for shows? How do you get in the groove? You know, what does it take? Do you guys, have like a full-on seance before the show, or do you?
Yeah.
What does it take?
We do. We actually will.
The
We're
ghost of
rehearsing.
Sheryl Crow comes or something.
Yeah, I know. Like in High School Musical, you guys know that one part.
Boom.
We actually, well, rehearsing at Tyler's house a lot helps us to get ready for our shows. We spend hours rehearsing and going over the songs that we know, but we just always want to brush up and make it perfect for you guys when you hear it live.
Never hurts, never hurts.
And is that what you strive for, is to give the same sort of studio performance that you live, or do you ad-lib? Do you,
Well-
do you jam on it? 4 more bars for the fans.
Well, we do actually. Sometimes there's issues where it's like, well, maybe we should just keep going, or something happens, and it's not going to be just like the studio sound, but it's better. I think it's live. It's that actual feeling that you get to see live, seeing the band.
Yeah, we just feel it out. If we're like grooving on it, I guess we just keep going. I guess.
Yeah.
Got that live twist, Gotta have
Yeah.
the live twist.
You gotta have that. Well, we're gonna hear another one here. This one's called Fairy Tale, and again, you're listening to Coyote Radio here on the campus of California State University, San Bernardino. This is Apryle Dalmacio.
In the secret garden underneath the big red roses lies a fairy tale of a broken heart. She flew into a trap where her love was not loved back, falling millions of miles to the ground. Don't cry, little girl, it's not the end of the world. Keep dreaming of the future. Little girl, someday your prince will come embracing you as he will hum. Oh, you're beautiful to me. The arrow pierced right through a deepened cut across the wings by an imposter on a ruby horse. She wished upon a star to change all of what had gone wrong. Why is there no happily ever after? Don't cry, little girl, it's not the end of the world. Keep dreaming of the future. Little girl, someday your prince will come embracing you as he will hum. Oh, you're beautiful to me. Don't let the rain fall down, just dance, don't make a sound, and let the cool breeze move you. Oh, little girl, the sun shines on your hair. You twirl without a care, just spread your wings and dance, dance, dance. Just dance, dance. Don't cry, little girl, it's not the end of the world. dreaming of the future. Oh, little girl, someday a prince will come embracing you as he will hum. Oh, you're beautiful to me. Oh, don't cry, little girl, it's not the end of the world. Keep dreaming of the future. Oh, little girl, someday your prince will come embracing you as he will hum. Oh, you're beautiful to me. Oh, you're so beautiful, beautiful to me. You're so beautiful, beautiful to me. You're so beautiful, beautiful to me.
Yeah, give it up. Give it up. It's a good song.
Thank you.
Just dripping and oozing with positivity. You gotta love that. Hope these kids back here. Hope you're listening in, guys. These are like life lessons back here. You know, I'm sure your parents are like, don't do that, and you're like, why? Like, because I said so. But really, it's just because they're trying to look out for you. So, I think that again, good message. Right on. Way to put it together. That's cool. Other than sort of the courage to come out and sort of express this side of you, what makes your music and your band here stand out amongst other artists and bands who are out there today doing the same thing?
Well, I think a lot of people, they separate other artists from other artists because they put them in a genre type of form. But our music is a lot of different things mixed together, a lot of genres put together. There's jazz. We play some jazz music, and some of it's influenced by pop rock and rock and roll. We also have influences by
Any glam
the
rock? Any
oldies.
face painting going on?
Only during Halloween. During
Yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween shows,
there we
gotcha.
go. But yeah, what makes our music different is, it truly comes from my heart when I write my songs, and to express myself, and to put each of our talents together when we record or when we play as a whole band. That makes us, I think, a unique performance and a unique band, because each of us are putting ourselves and our own styles and our own talents together to make one whole music, one piece of song. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Some bands, and in my opinion, too many bands these days, they can have this cookie cutter feel to them. Like they have one specific audience and one sound that they're going for, and that kind of overshadows their creativity, I think, in some ways, sort of stifles that, and then you just kind of end up bored by about the second song on the album. You're like, okay, are we about done here with this album, or what's going on? But you guys have a very genuine kind of feel, and like I said, when I threw the album on, listened to it, I was just kind of breezing through it. I was sitting at home, hanging out, and I was background noise, and then I started actually listening, and yeah, I found a good groove in it. I say this only to say there are going to be some albums on sale in the back later. So for all of you here live, pick them up, support your local area artists. And anyhow, moving on. We kind of maybe touched on this, and a lot of your songs come from life inspiration, but I wanted to specifically just sort of ask you, what are your greatest sources of inspiration sort of in life and musically, that keep you going, keep you getting up in the morning and plugging along?
I grew up listening to a lot of oldies. My parents, when we were in the car going somewhere, we always had the oldies station on the radio. So I listened to a lot of the Beatles. My mom was a huge Beatles fan, and sometimes we actually even play some Beatles songs at my shows. a lot of the Who's and people from like even the R&B, but back in the day when it
When
wasn't.
R&B still existed?
Yes.
Right. Yes. I gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of the good stuff like Aretha Franklin and just Motown stuff too. Like everything.
For
I've
sure.
just listened to a lot of good music from back in the day.
You're like
it
one guy
inspired
short
me.
of having a doo-wop section
Yeah,
in the back.
it's true.
You know, we can get it
See,
going.
when we're
Yeah, we had to get Tyler on there.
Yeah. Talk to me later. I got the bass for you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, yeah, so that's good to know. I mean, some of the musicians that have influenced you guys, you know, I think it comes across in your style. I can certainly see it and hear it. It's very cool, you know what I mean? At least you're not like one of those people who's like, no, it's all me, you know. All my creative mind juices have come together to form this project or whatever. So it's good to acknowledge those that have come before you and give them a little tip of the cap as you're doing here. How has your sound vocally and instrumentally developed or changed since you began playing the guitar, April?
Well, I think as I matured, I mean, my voice has changed a lot. I've grown a lot through vocally being trained. I've been in choir all my life, but until I got to Cal State San Bernardino, I started really learning about music theory and really having, you know, they give you voice lessons as a music major and developing my voice that way and learning how to properly use it is how I think how my voice has changed. Instrumentally, my music has changed through these guys adding so much to it. I mean, if you've heard my music a long time ago, because some of it's on podcasts and stuff, like my old stuff with just me playing my guitar and just me and my voice recorded at home. It's a lot different from now when you hear us live and my new album. It's a complete change, and it's an addition, just a wonderful addition having these guys play with me. So instrumentally, it's amazing.
Well, good. Well, we'll hear a little bit more about that. We're going to take a quick break and hear some words from some of our sponsors. Thanks for listening. This is Apryle Dalmacio here live from the campus of California State University, San Bernardino, Coyote Radio.
Hey, if you're an artist or a band or you know of one we should be playing or speaking with on Coyote Radio or indeed even here on Lunchtime Live, write to us at crmusic@csusb.edu. That's the letters CR and then music at csusb.edu. More of Lunchtime Live and our guest today, Apryle Dalmacio, in just a moment. Stay with us. Back to Apryle and your host, Jacob Justus.
That's me all day today. Try to beat you guys off me, you know, later after the show, you know. Kind of a big deal, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're back here. We're hanging out. We're having some fun, having a few laughs. Got another class, I see. Pile on in, everybody. Come in tight. Got some kids here viewing the campus today. What do you guys think? Pretty cool? You want to go here? That's what we're talking about. Right on. Education, people. Education. Well, before we went to break, we were talking a little bit about how your style has changed and how you've been able to sort of evolve as a musician. My understanding is that you've been singing for a long time, since you were a kid, but picked up the guitar, you say, about around 13. For me, I can barely like tie my shoes and like hum a melody at the same time. So it's got to be challenging, I would think, to be so multitasking up here with the guitar and the vocals. How do you handle that? Is this like is it easy for you? Is it natural?
I think it just came natural to me. I mean, my family's pretty musical. My sister, she played piano. My brother does a lot of acting and singing, and they're all out in there in the entertainment area. So it just came natural. I think it's just brought down from my family, just generation to generation.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I know that culturally, you know, Americans are not always the most dynamic of people. So it's always nice when you have a little tradition built in. You know, you got a family feel, family vibe, and you can have that going on. Get together at parties and all sing along, have a couple of adult beverages. You know, these sorts of
Karaoke.
things. Right,
Yeah.
karaoke. And you can't do that without having a few adult beverages. It's just- especially if you're not me. I kind of have stage fright. You know, awesome voice, like an angel, but I mean, otherwise, I just have a hard time with that. So what kind of response have you seen since you released this album, Fairy Tale, in March? How are people responding to that?
I think a lot of people are enjoying it. It's just exciting to finally have a CD put out there, produced and everything, not just a homemade thing that I did in my my garage. It's a fully produced album, and it's really exciting just to share that with everybody and be able to even share it with my family in the Philippines and around the world, because it's now on iTunes. So it's just awesome to have my music being able to share it with as many people as I really truly want to share my music with.
Yeah, that's got to be great. To do they tell you what do they give you feedback on iTunes? You get like direct dividends and stuff.
I do.
All the way laughing all the way to the bank, as they say.
There's actually a comment area like on iTunes, and I didn't know this until I finally got on iTunes. There's this comment area where you can leave a comment and say what you want on iTunes, just like Facebook would be. Like you can comment on your friend's page.
Oh, that's cool. So it's kind of good. You get kind of direct feedback. And
Correct. Yeah.
Do you internalize a lot of that? For the naysayers, the haters out there that want to be like.
For the haters, I just let it go.
Right.
It's just whatever they want to say. It doesn't bother me.
I got you. Got to do your thing.
Yeah.
Keep your head up. Who is your audience? I mean, who are you directing this sort of music at, or is this just sort of self-expression and take it for what it is?
Well, I really just want to express myself to whoever wants to take it in. Whoever hears this song and realizes, this relates to my life, or, I understand how you feel, April, I feel that too. I just want to express myself and just make sure that, what I say is expressed in a positive way, and hopefully expresses whoever that song gets to. Hopefully it expresses something in their heart.
Yeah, so it's relatable. I kind of wonder about you guys, Tyler and Jonathan. Here we go. I kind of wonder about you guys. I assume that you can, relate to the music and things like that. I mean, I think that most musicians could write music, to accompany a solo artist. But how do you guys feel with that process? I mean, do you guys feel as in sync as she does with it, and how do you relate to it?
Well, we've actually been playing this music for a long time, so we've grown, I guess, with the music, and we can attach to it now, and we actually know what most of the songs are about, so we kind of get a feel of what she was feeling at the time, or stuff like that, and what we want to convey is just motivating people or inspiring people every time we play. Mm-hmm. If one person comes up to us afterwards and they say like, "Oh, that was amazing," or I cried during that song, or something like that. Just that always makes us feel good. That's what we want to try to do, I guess.
Not that we want you to cry, but
no, we do.
It's powerful. I mean, that's what I try to do is create power on the stage, make it interesting for everyone to listen to and to watch, and pretty much like Jonathan said, I mean, be one with the song. You kind of feel the song as you play it and express it through your heart, pretty much.
Well, good. That's great. I mean, that's how you have to do it, I think. Otherwise, I think that if you're not being honest, so to speak, if you're disingenuous or you don't feel connected to the music, then it kind of translates to your on-stage performance.
Right, exactly.
Well, very good. We're going to hear another one here. This one's called The Yellow Brick Road by Apryle Dalmacio. You're listening to Coyote Radio here live on the campus of Cal State San Bernardino.
Like you're running in a circle, you feel like you're going nowhere, and everyone's staring at you, but no one cares. The darts just keep coming at you, and it's like you're wearing two left shoes. You reached a fork in the road, and life's not fair. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind. The waves keep on crashing down on you, and it's like you're drowning in the ocean. You fell off the boat and don't know what to do. You search for a helicopter, waiting for it to come to your rescue. You're on your own, the Red Cross isn't coming for you. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind. Don't fall, you'll fall faster. Don't fall, you'll fall faster. Don't fall, you'll fall faster. Tap your heels to the beat and let the music speak. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind. Follow the yellow brick road and tap your heels 3 times. Keep skipping to your own beat of the music in your mind.
Right on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right on. It's a good song. It's a good song. I love that Tyler can manage to still get in there and do the fills that he does.
I'm trying.
I think it's awesome. I mean, you just don't expect to hear it's. I kind of like put you guys in this almost folk rock music. I hope that's not offensive, but
I'm offended.
because that's like almost country music. At which point it would be blasphemous, right? But I think that you guys, it's awesome. Yeah, the fills that you managed to do. And then the bass lines too, nice and chunky bass lines. We got some sliding around going on there. It's good. I like it. But anyhow, we're talking a little bit about your audience and some of the people that you hope to be able to reach, and sort of like-minded individuals. Some, and give something to the audience that they can sort of walk away with and feel connected to. And I think that that's what good music does. You're going to relate to it. It's going to evoke sort of an emotional response. And I don't know if you can tell, but getting a little choked up here, and job well done. Pat you guys on the back for that one. That's good music. What can other aspiring artists do to sort of reach the level of success that you guys have and reach an audience base like you guys have done?
Just to keep going. Like I said earlier, never give up on your dreams. And like Yellow Brick Road, my message to convey is to never give up. Follow that yellow brick road and don't let anybody tell you no, because if you're going to let people push you down like that, you're not going to get anywhere. So just keep following and be strong and follow your dreams.
And practice a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, practice is good.
Practice.
I know. I keep trying to do this astrophysics thing, but they tell me I have to like get an education.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, but
Maybe.
But what about that guy Stephen Hawking? What does he do? He just sits around, and it works out. I don't know. Practice, people. Where can people listen to your music online? I know you guys have a Facebook and a MySpace. Plug away.
We have iTunes. We also have our music on
Amazon.
Amazon MP3, and it'll soon be on Pandora as well.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, very cool. Yeah, and I assume that everyone here will be going and jumping on their computer right away. You two listening audience, I know you might be like on the computer right now, so check it out. And as far as the buying of the music, I know that there are a few free services out there, that are sort of hosting your music. But if other artists were interested in sort of getting plugged into similar outlets, like with iTunes and Pandora, is this something that's easy to do? How would other people sort of emulate your progress?
I think if you really want to promote yourself and share your music with people, anybody can really do it. You do have to go through some processes, but to actually do it and make sure you're, as a musician, there are certain ways to go through and keep your music safe, as like copyright and doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And not only protect yourself and your music, but to protect others who want to abuse your music, I guess. So there's certain steps to it. But anybody can do it if you really, you really try.
Just got to be hungry enough,
Yeah,
I guess, right?
exactly.
And be persistent. Well, very good. That seems to be a good a theme, And do you guys have any future plans as far as recordings or any collaborations that are on the way that we can look out for?
Yeah, we actually have. We're working on we're going to be starting to working on a new CD, a full CD with 10 to 12 songs, I think. But actually, we're recording again also with the same guy, Steven Razzo of Razzo Records, and we're doing it here on campus, actually. So it should be good.
Very cool.
And we're also going to be making a music video
Right on.
for, I think it's Fairy Tale. We're going to be making a music video, so watch out for that. It's going to be coming out soon.
It'll be on YouTube, like in 3 days.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Or maybe
for
not
sure.
that soon, but
Oh, that's got to be fun. Got to be exciting. Where are you guys going to shoot that at?
I'm not even sure yet.
it's still in the making. But it's going to happen in like the next month.
Yeah, we're actually going through the screenplay writing of it. So.
Oh,
At the
okay. So
moment.
you're gonna have some workflow. It's just not gonna be like random shots of you guys
No.
playing
Right.
in your backyard, for friends. Yeah, I've had that experience.
We all have, I think.
Yeah, I mean
Home
that's fun.
videos.
When your mom's holding the camera though,
Yeah.
and like she, good job, Johnny. It sort of takes away from the quality of the video maybe a little bit. Thank you guys so much for being here and sharing with us, playing your music today. I know that I've appreciated that. And with that, I'll bid you a good afternoon. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you, our listening audience. You're lovely people.